it's me, Renee. I'm back. As you can see, I'm here with a summary video because I decided to do what I often do. I'm going to do a summary TBR. And as with all my TBRs, it's kind of like books I want to read, books I haven't read. Other books I will read. Is it better to call them pile of possibilities? Probably. But TBR is a nice established word, so I'm using TBR. Yeah. So right now in June, I'm doing the Amazing Readathon, which is kind of basically about where you travel the world through books. So you get 10 pity prompts. I think it's 10 at least. And then you get, if you finish the city prompts, you can read another book for like a sightseeing prompt. So far I've actually finished 6 books. Yeah, I think it's been 6 books. And I've read in some, but haven't finished some. So yeah, I'm thinking probably June will probably gonna be a good reading month for me. Like it took a while to start because over the last weekend, I was busy, so I didn't read a lot then, but I read some. But then afterwards, I've been keeping up momentum really. And yeah, I do plan to like mix it up with not because okay, so the Amazing Readathon, you're part of different themes, genre themes in your themes genre. So I plan to read different things. But yeah, and I also plan to like pick up some middle grades now and then to like, yeah, check it up. Not like have long, big books, but like have some quicker read as well. But yeah, on to today's video, the books I plan slash hope to read this summer. Or to be also precise, this is the books that I own. Books I own? Yeah, these are books I own on my own bookshelf. None of these will be in library books. Also, books that are coming out in the summer, I'll do an own video on that because I mean, the summer's just started. I suppose there's probably some books that are out, but like yeah, if the books are coming out, I don't have them. Maybe some people get ARCs, I don't anymore. But yeah, so yeah, let's show you the books. There's not really any rhyme or reason to this list of books other than I have not read them. Some of them I've started slightly. Some of them have been on my unread pile for a while. Some of them are newer, but yeah, it's a bit of most things really. We have so let's start. We have Wicked Widow by Amanda Quick. We also have Mischief and Deception. So I found all these on a free table at the library, and I thought Amanda Quick. I think I've heard about her. She seems to be a historical romance author. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And also like, whenever there's a free book, of course you can go and grab it. But if it's in your genre, yes, you're gonna grab it. And yeah, we've just been loving romance these last few years. So yeah, I feel like Amanda Quick is one of those newer romance authors because romance has been a thing for like I wanna say 50 years. I suppose you could argue Jane Austen is romance. I feel like, yeah, if you're going to talk about like Step Back or like uh, mass market paperbacks like this, I feel like that kind of started in the 1970s. Not 50 years, well, 50 years, around then. So yeah, it's been a little while. So yeah, I have some books to catch up on, really. And yeah, I might do like a vlog or something to do these 3 in 1, maybe. Maybe I'll do that. And then we have How to Kidnap the Rich by Rahul Raina. This is a comedy thriller set in India and around. It's kind of set around the class system in India. I think it's someone who kidnaps someone rich and then kind of yeah takes like ransom, and it's like I think it's a tutor, so it's a tutor of someone very rich and whatnot. And I saw this randomly in a bookstore 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Like, yeah. And like, I mean, just that title, How to Kidnap the Rich, is just so eye catching. So, of course, I had to buy it. And have not read it yet. So, yeah, why not this summer? And then we have Dishonesty is the best policy. Oh, sorry, it's the second best policy by David Mitchell. So I love David Mitchell. He is a very funny comedian in England. He's now also kind of a bit of a historian. He has written one historical book, well, history book, but yeah, this is one of his older books, and yeah, it's like an essay collection and whatnot. It's just under 300 pages, so quick one. And then we have a a recently bought book. We have Ever Cursed by Corey Ann Hadju. I've seen this on a list and stuff, but I feel like it's not really been a book that's been out there at the front of like everywhere's. It's not a book everyone's talking about, but just this cover is just so beautiful. Also, it's a fairy tale remix, so of course I'm gonna check it out. I believe I bought this earlier this year. Yeah, earlier this year, and had like a gift card, so that's what I used it for. And yeah, I think I might check it out this summer. Then we have Curves for Days by Laura Moher. This is a small town, I believe, romance with a curvy heroine. And yeah, definitely here for that. I found this through the Fated Mates podcasts. So yeah, loving that podcast. Sorry. Then we have A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. I got this last year, I believe. Yeah, last year. Yeah. I have also started this like slightly and couldn't find it, but I started slightly. So I don't really have a bookmark in it. Yeah. I had planned to do a buddy read and then just talk, and nothing happened. So yeah, but I wanted to check it out this summer. Maybe I'm gonna do it during June, maybe. And yeah, it's the first in a series. I feel like it's a long series of like it's not a world where you have like it's not called England, but it's like Scotland instead of Scotland. So it's kind of it's similar-ish, but it's different names. So it's alternative historical fantasy with like dragons expert and stuff. And yeah. And then we have Ruffle Weird by Andrew Caldecott. So this is the first in a trilogy that's like out. Rosie from Rosie Cockshot has talked about. And I mean, I feel like this is a bit of hit and miss. It's kind of like the beginning is interesting and good, and then the middle is eh. I feel like the third book is better again. But again, I mean, do all series have like books that just bangers all the time? No. Often a lot of series they go up and down, and that's fine. You can't write an amazing book every time. That's as long as the whole series as a whole is amazing. That's all amazing. Not every book series has to be amazing, but you kind of want them to be. But yeah, Bottle Weed. It's kind of like a city in England that's kind of magical and kind of secluded and whatnot. I'm getting kind of Stardust feels from it, but I feel like it's kind of not that either. So yeah, beginning to have bad place. And then we have the Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. As you see, I have started slightly. I'm thinking I might continue it in June because they're really fun. It's a bit of a chunker. It is well, it's chunky. It looks big, but it's under 5,000 pages. But it's kind of yeah, I suppose it's not big, but yeah, and some shorter chapters. But yeah, this is fantasy set in the East, and yeah, it's Sapphic, and yeah, heard all the good things about this book. So I think like why I haven't picked it up yet because it just looks so big, and I'm just scared. It's just so big, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out soon. Then we have The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. This is a book in her companion series, which is her YA series. that's based around Indian mythology. She has she also has a middle grade series that's based around that, but this is her YA duology. And I believe, yeah, it's a companion duology, but yeah. And I just love this cover, and I read her Arusha series. I read the first book in a YA trilogy, so I need to pick up this one. Love her writing. And then we have Lobby Sona by Romina Garber. So this has been out 4 years now. Well, the pocketbook paperback came out in 2021, but still, I've had it for like 2 years, and yeah, haven't picked it up yet because so many books, so little time. But yeah, this is about werewolves and but also illegal immigrants, and it's Latin representation, and yeah, excited to get to it. Then we have Skip to the End by Molly James. This is an adult romance. I think I found this randomly in a store, or did I? How did I find this? I don't remember. But yeah, looks cute and nice. So yeah, it is set somewhat cool. I don't know if it's like a UK or Australia or whatnot. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't say, but yeah, interesting. Then we have The Memory Thieves by Donian Clayton, a second book in the Marvelous series. I have talked a bit about body ringing this for the Amazing Readathon. Though I suppose if you see this and you want to read it with me in June, or just whatever, but yeah, probably will be fun to read in June, hit me up and we'll talk together, figure it out, really. You can also hit me up on Storygraph. I'm there. I'm not as active on Storygraph as I used to be, but I do use it. So yeah. But I also have an Instagram if you want to check out that one. But yeah. So yeah, I love the first Marvelous, so excited to get this second one. Yeah, as you see, yeah, I forgot to say, this list of summer TBR, it's not really gonna be 24 books for 2024 summer. It's just gonna be a bunch of unread books and just a big number. That's so don't like count down any numbers, any books, because this is just a big bunch of books. Really. Love for Beginners by Jill Shalwis. So Jill Shalwis, I've heard that she writes funny books, and sometimes I kind of want new funny writers. I have not read anything by her so far. This is a like slice of life slash like contemporary adult contemporary reads. But I feel like you talk about contemporary with YA. I don't feel like adult. You say like it's more chick lit, or do you use contemporary when you talk about adult books? Because I feel like this is not completely romance. It might be romance, but it's also like drama, like a woman who's got a divorced husband or divorced her husband and starting over again and whatnot. Those kinds of stuff. I don't know. But anyway, very good things about Jill Shalvis. Then we have En liten Torums med potential. So this is an arc from my former life, because I used to work in a bookstore. Don't anymore, but I have some arcs from then. I feel like this has been probably out maybe 2 years ago, at least 1 year now, because it's a bit old. But yeah, it's a Swedish author, and she talks about life. Yeah, no, yeah, it's about life in Sweden. I feel like this does look like Sweden, but yeah, it could be Stockholm. I'm not quite sure if it's set in Stockholm or not, but it's a Swedish author. And yeah, let's check it out. And then we have The Five, The Untold Lives of the Woman Like Killed by Jack the Ripper by Hallie Rubnold. This has been all over BookTube several times. I have started it slightly. I do enjoy it, but like as a lot of books, I start books and then I get distracted. So if I start the end of a book, it's often not the book's fault. It's just like me, like, are these shiny books? So yeah, if this is your favorite book, please don't be mad at me. It's just me being me. Like, mad at me having not finished it. It's just me being me. And then we have A Winter's Promise by what's the author? Christelle Dabos. This is the first uh, in a French fantasy, YA fantasy series. I believe, is it? I'm not quite sure if it's portal fantasy, high fantasy, or whatnot, but it has a beautiful cover. I've heard that it's a slow-paced book, but still, like, this cover is just so beautiful, and yeah, I want to get to it. And why not this summer? Sorry. And then we have Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. Another book I've heard when people say, like, this is a funny over. So yeah, if I want something funny, I'll pick up this one. Then we have Paris Adrift by E.J. Swift. I'm not quite sure if this is standalone or not, but I believe it's a story with like different timelines. I believe, yeah, reversionist history, fantasy, and science fiction. So it's a blend of things. And yeah, excited to get to this one. Then we have Show Us Who You Are by Elle Nicholson. So she wrote kind of and I'm looking out. She wrote that book that came out that's called Kind of a Spark. What's the other book called? This annoys me. What's the other book called? Doesn't say here. Here it says blah 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 blah. Yeah, Kind of Spark, which is a middle grade, all about a neurodivergent teen. This I feel like most of the books are neurodivergent character based, and I feel like this one. Yeah, I feel like this is a mystery slash middle grade, well, several things, and yeah, want to get to it. Also middle grade, so should be quick read. Though I suppose not all middle grades are quick reads. And then we have The Purpose of Power by Alicia Garza. She's one of the people behind the Black Lives Matter movement. I've started the book. Again, haven't gotten far into it. But yeah, if I'm in the mood for a non-fiction read, pick up this one. Then we have An Expert in Murder by Nicola Upsoon. I found this in a used bookstore, very cheap. And I love this cover, and also An Expert in Murder is just quite fun title. So yeah. Sorry. You know what? Just took a minute. Then we have Egalia Støtre by Gerd Rottenberg. This, as you see, is a Norwegian book, a Norwegian classic, modern classic feminist read. It came out in the 80s, 70s, around then, and it's in a world where it's twisted. So in this world, the men are repressed, and the women, as you can kind of see from the cover, are in charge. So it's a matriarchy, and so it kind of turns everything on its head. And I feel like maybe the book is all about men trying to get some rights, and yeah, excited to read it. It also says here at the back that it's a book that's out in different languages. So if this looks like your kind of jam, try to find it in. You can find it in German, in Korean, in Spanish, English, Italian. Yeah, probably lots of languages. So cool. And then we have The Ballad of Perilous Graves by Alex Jennings. This is a fantasy set in New Orleans. Yeah, alternative New Orleans, but yeah, still New Orleans. and I love that city. So yeah, and it's a magic that's kind of music based. So also, intriguing. So here for that. Then we have Untouchable by Tally Hibbert. I have not read all of Tally Hibbert books, and I feel like such a failure. Oh, not a failure, but yeah, I want to check out more of her books. So yeah. Then we have Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, a book that's kind of been around the booknet space. I bought it because it's been around. I have not picked out. I believe it's either a time loop or a time travel story, like contemporary time travel story. And yeah, definitely have that. Then we have the Boy Band Murder Club. Sorry, the Boy Band Murder Mystery by Ava Elrod. Again, I have started, but it's just slightly. But yeah, it's all about like boy band fans, but also what happens if one of the people in the boy band was killed and you need someone who knows a lot about boy bands, you go to the fans. I believe that's kind of what it is. I don't quite know because like what more do you need than this title? You don't need anything more than this title because it's just like so eye catching. So yeah, yeah, for it. Then we have a closed and common orbit by Becky Chambers. Love the first book. I have not continued. It's a companion series, so I totally really feel like you have to read it. Well, you have to read any book in like by a certain time. But like yeah, companion books are not really kind of in the same vein. So yeah. A Touch of Gold by Annie Solomon. This is a King Midas retelling. I've had it on my TBR for years now. I have started, but like the beginning, it kind of is a bit raw. I feel like it starts with like someone being beheaded or something. Like it just starts very violent. That puts me a bit off. But I do want to try to. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to DNF it right now. I feel like DNFing books by like the first page is a bit. That's a bit impatient, but I suppose sometimes you can do that as well. But yeah, I want to give it a good try, really. And then we have Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. I have started slightly, haven't gotten far it. But yeah, it's a sapphic romance, and yeah, heard good things about this series. So yeah, here for it. I'm just gonna double checking. Yeah, and you know what? I'm just gonna stop there. I suppose I'm a mood reader, so I could, in theory, just show you all my unread books. These are my unread books. But yeah, these, I mean, half an hour read books, so I have a lot here. But also, in addition, give me a moment. So while on vacation, I forgot to like do a vacation video with you guys. Life just happened. But yeah, I was on vacation recently in Rhodes, and while on vacation, I read The Bride Goes Rogue by Joanna Shupe, and I love this so much. So it's not possible I'll try to buy any more Joanna Shupes and read some of her this summer. I mean, that's not a book that I own. But like, yeah, Joanna Shupe, definitely gonna read more by her. No doubt about it. I also want to read Shara. I don't know what happened there. Sarah McLean's books. She's one of the hosts of Fitty Mates, and she writes historical fiction. I actually read her YA book years ago. I don't remember much about it, so I don't know what happened there. It was like usually when you read something, you remember if it was good or bad, but I don't really remember it at all. I want to check out some of her books. So yeah, there's also that. Maybe I'll do like a like summer buy books plans. I don't know. No. Anyway, that's kind of yeah, I suppose that's kind of I want to start. I want to stop there with this video. As always, if you read any of these books, talk to me and tell me how amazing they are, or like tell me if you have read any of these and they're awful. Please tell me, and then maybe I'll just give them to charity because you don't really need to start awful books. So I suppose you might have a different opinion than I will have, but yeah, anyway, tell me what you think about these books. And yeah, I'll see you soon. And I also hope you have a nice summer reading plans. And yeah, bye.